But you're talking about long-term feuds, man. HFO and Orange Cassidy and Best Friends. I mean, we thought this was done, and I don't know when it's going to be the final stamp of let's move on. Is it tonight, or what do we see? Because the crowd was hot for Orange Cassidy, and we saw a debut of Tomohiro Ishii, and his aggressive offense paired with Big
I like
Butch
that
and the
Pitbull
Blade.
attitude.
Yeah, I loved seeing those guys go toe to toe, Butch and Tomohiro. But yeah, what surprised me the most was, I guess it shouldn't be a surprising for most people, but OC being so over with this crowd right there. And honestly, I think he was starting to get a little stale for some people, including us here. Nothing against him, just the way he's been booked and kind of planted on the
Hasn't had a
card and
ton
fused.
of direction.
Yeah, and so
yeah,
clearly he's had a lot of victories. He's had some good big matches, main eventing, beating Jericho twice, and so like the skill there is there. But I think this feud has run a little stale for me with the HFO. Like I don't see an end game or how do you end it. Like with Team Taz, this stuff with Team Taz. They've had long-term feuds, and it's another one of those that's being stretched out. I think a little too long. That being said, overall this match I thought was pretty entertaining. And nice to see a fresh face as well, and see Butcher and Blade back in the ring.
love seeing Big Butch
Chops
back out there.
galore. It had chops galore, so it's definitely an SPD favorite for there if you're getting those brutal chops. But the main question is, it's like, now what? Do you ride some of that momentum with OC? They're the best friends, the Chaos Club or whatever they're calling themselves. They're growing, by the week of members. Like, what's the end game here?
It felt like when Orange Cassidy beat Jack Evans and shaved his head, it felt like that. To me, like that should have been the end. I mean, that could have been a very conclusive big moment.
I like that.
But yeah, I mean, this feud, I agree. I know what you mean. I don't know what the end is. It's definitely like it's going on. Matt Hardy clearly seems to be obsessed with Orange Cassidy, and that's. It's led to some great moments. I mean, I love seeing Butch out there. I liked that back and forth strong style that we got to see in this match. Blade,
oh yeah,
Blade's intense too in the ring. And it's obvious. I mean, we weren't there tonight, right? But if you're in that live crowd, the energy that Orange Cassidy gets from the fans, if you're Tony, you got to book him. I mean, you got to book him and put him in moments. He's over. He's really over. So it's tough. It's tough to say what's next. This feels like it's played its course, but I'm not booking, so it's tough for me to know. And again, it's easy for us to say that we'd like this to end, but where do you go with these guys after this is over? There's no clear next step for them. And that's where it gets kind of muddy. So at least this gives these guys still a direction. We'll see where we go from here.